Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video which was requested a couple of weeks ago by someone in the comments, and it had so many likes. It's obviously a really popular suggestion, so I thought, well, I have to do it. And it's all about perfumes that smell similar to each other, in the sense that if you like one perfume, then you'd like another one. So this isn't like perfume dupes or ones that are exactly the same copies, but more like if you like this, then I think you'll like this. All the perfumes I talk about will be listed down below in the description box as usual, guys, for UK, Europe, USA. Some of the UK links will work for like Middle East and some international destinations as well. If you are new here, then hi, welcome. We're all about perfumes. To check out my hundreds of other videos, I have detailed reviews of all the perfumes I'll talk about in this video and comparing them to other ones in their ranges. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. And you could now support me by joining this channel and supporting me through sponsorship to get extra badges, emojis and other exclusive content, and support me on Patreon as well. Cool, so let's get into the perfumes. So first of all, I thought I'd start with what's my favourite perfume, Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. And I know a lot of you have purchased this after hearing me go on and on about it. This is a toffee and pear perfume, and pear I find an amazing in perfume ingredient. It's fruity, but it's so fresh and thirst quenching, and I think it might be one of my favourite fruits. Certainly my favourite fruit that isn't a berry, I think. So if you do like Jimmy Choo, then I think you will like Irresistible Givenchy Eau de Parfum that came out last year, which is also a pear perfume. You can definitely layer these as well. I love wearing this in the summertime when it's quite warm, because you really do get the pear, and the pear lasts. And then it also has a fair amount of a very fresh rose, like a dewy rose on a spring morning, and not heavy, flowery, powdery rose at all. I just think this is a lovely summer scent. It's an eau de parfum, and even though it's very light and delicate, it still does last a number of hours. It lasts quite well, but not in the sense that it lasts like everyone will be able to smell you, just more that you can smell it on you and it's there if you're close to you. You just get this really nice refreshing pear vibe with the pretty rose as well. So I think that if you like Jimmy Choo, you'd like this, and you can definitely mix it if you want to make Jimmy Choo a bit more rosy. Next one I wanted to mention was YSL Libre, the original Eau de Parfum. This one has all sorts of white florals in, but it also has a fair amount of lavender in, and lavender is something that isn't used a huge amount in modern perfumes. It's obviously used a lot in like body products, L'Occitane, but I think if you like Libre, then you should try Mon Guerlain, the original Eau de Parfum, which also is a floral with lavender in. So they're both quite calming, quite soft floral fragrances, good for during the daytime. I'll leave the link to my review of the Eau de Toilette version of Libre that just came out, which is more orangey and fresh. I really like it for summer, but for the original, which is more about the lavender, then I'd say try Mon Guerlain. Next up is one that probably not everyone will have tried. It's the new Kate Spade perfume called Kate Spade New York, and this is super similar to Marc Jacobs Daisy Intense, the new one that came out about 6 months ago maybe. They are both a wild strawberry fragrance, so if you like one, I think you'll definitely like the other. This is probably a little bit more cheaper than Marc Jacobs, so maybe a way of saving some money there. But you get this strawberry, like a punnet of fresh strawberries, but you also get the greenness, you know, like the green bit of the plant of the strawberry. That's the difference between a wild strawberry fragrance note and a strawberry fragrance note. You're getting this greenness, this outdoorsiness more so than just having just the fruity strawberry smell. It's a bit warmer, it's a bit more grown up. I love the packaging of this and the bottle and everything, so I think definitely try this if you want something that perhaps everyone doesn't have, because of course Daisy is so popular, so many people have it. Next up is one that I think you would definitely like if you are a Coco Mademoiselle wearer. Coco Mademoiselle, I think, is pretty much one of the like the #1 selling perfume in the world. My mum wears it, I used to wear it, but it's obviously very expensive. This is also very expensive from Penhaligon's, and it's their Impressa fragrance. And to me, this smells pretty much exactly like Coco Mademoiselle. Yeah, it smells exactly like it to me. Coco Mademoiselle is a chypre, so you have a bit of a fresh sort of light start, but basically you're getting a lot of the heart note, which is rose. You're getting an orange, warm orange, and then underneath a patchouli, and they both have, you know, those same ingredients. They smell very, very similar to me. So if you've had Coco Mademoiselle for a while, you fancy a change, you wanted to try Penhaligon's, something a bit more niche and different, British brand, then check out Impressa. So another best-selling perfume, one of the most popular in the world, is Lancome's Vie Est Belle, which is a vanilla praline perfume with some floral notes in. It's very warm, it's quite sweet, and this is a limited edition bottle. Has loads of flankers, but I think the original Eau de Parfum is the one that, you know, people love. I think if you like this, it's definitely worth trying the original Armani Si Eau de Parfum, which is also got those warm vanilla vibes in it. This one has patchouli in, that's coming through more so than you get in Vie Est Belle, but they both have this warm vanilla. They are both quite strong, good for lasting. I actually think Armani Si outlasts Vie Est Belle, but you know, it's a close race. They're both really good for lasting, and I think the same kind of person would like both fragrances. Speaking of Armani Si, if you're regular here, you'll know that I'm obsessed with their new Armani Si Intense that came out in 2021 recently. This is a cassis fragrance, which cassis is like the bush that black currants grow on. And I think if you like this, then you probably like cassis, and you should check out Lancome's Midnight Rose, one of my favorite fragrances, which is also all about the cassis. This has a more of a blackcurrant vibe to it, like a rich, sweet, syrupy, deep, dark blackcurrant. It's a bit more sexier, I'd say, than this. But they're both strong, and cassis is something you might not have realised you even liked or even know it existed, but if you do like this new one, then definitely check out some cassis fragrances, and this is definitely the best cassis one, and the bottle is totally beautiful. I love this, it's one of my favourite bottles. So next I have some recommendations for rose lovers. So the Miss Dior Rose and Roses came out about 2 years ago, I think. Really, really pretty, really, really fresh, but very, very light rose, like £100, super expensive for a really light eau de toilette. So expensive, I don't think it's good value for money. But if you like this smell and you like your roses, I do recommend checking out the Escada, especially Escada range of perfumes, which are super rosy. The eau de toilette version is probably the most similar to Rose and Roses, but if you want something stronger, then the Eau de Parfum is great, or there's even an elixir one which has a bit of a fruity note in, but the Eau de Parfum lasts amazingly, and this is maybe 25% of the price of Miss Dior Rose and Roses and lasts way better. So definitely one for rose lovers. Another one I think you'd like would be Issey Miyake Rose and Roses. That I think is a beautiful rose perfume, really good for lasting, as all Issey Miyake perfumes tend to be. Comes in the nice long bottle. That's definitely a rose perfume I always recommend to rose lovers. So on the Miss Dior perfume range, which is one of my favourites, we have of course Blooming Bouquet. This is also an eau de toilette. This is all about the peony, very, very fresh, light, spring light, fresh bouquet with the rose underneath. One that I think you definitely like if you like this is Versace's Bright Crystal. These are not quite dupes of each other, but they are very similar. I mean, even the liquid is the same, the bottle is, you know, you can see that these are similar fragrances, but this one you're talking maybe £35, this one you're talking, I don't know, £70, so it's like half price. And this one also comes in an Absolute version, which is like an eau de parfum, a stronger version, whereas this one doesn't. You just get Blooming Bouquet in an eau de toilette. This is also fresh peony. It's a little bit more fresher than Blooming Bouquet in the sense that it has a very aquatic-y lotus note in it. Very, very fresh, tropical. Whereas this one has more of a bouquet rose underneath. But peony is the main note in both, and that's why they're so similar. So I know I talk about Bright Crystal a lot. It is a great fragrance. So next on my list is Prada Candy, which is a deep caramel warm perfume, great for lasting. I have it in this cute little mini size. This is a great perfume. It's definitely, like, I think the best from the Prada Candy range in terms of lasting power. And I think if you like this, you definitely like Viktor & Rolf Bon Bon, which I also have in a mini. Again, this is a caramel, very deep, very good for lasting, very strong. These are both great like winter perfumes, I think, when you want something really cozy but with a bit of a sweetness in, you know, perhaps Christmas, you know, marshmallows on the fire type vibe. Both great for lasting. You can really smell these on people. Broadly similar price, but worth trying one if you love one of the others. Speaking of minis, I also have Jimmy Choo Fever. This is like a tonka bean perfume. It's not really like the original Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. It's kind of, to me, a party fragrance for going out at night, and that's what all the advertising and branding suggests as well. Tonka bean is a very warm, cozy fragrance. I love tonka bean in autumn, winter time. It's quite sexy, it's very warm, it's a little bit mysterious, and you definitely get that from Jimmy Choo Fever. If you like that, then there's one that's quite, I guess, a bit unusual, not sold everywhere, very affordable, from Roche's, and it's their Mademoiselle Roche's Couture. This one also majors on the tonka bean. You can see the bottle is super cute, this big bow. These are very affordable. This is definitely the strongest from the Mademoiselle Roche's range. And again, it's got that warm tonka bean, good for the autumn winter, and it's just something a bit different that other people won't have, and it's this cute bottle, not widely sold, but of course you can get it online easily. You just don't see it in department stores and fragrance shops as much as you see Jimmy Choo Fever everywhere. But again, you know, they've both used this deep plummy coloured branding, you know, very much of a similar vein. Two of my favorite perfumes, Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, which is a rose patchouli with fruity berry notes in. I think you definitely like YSL Mon Paris, which again is a patchouli rose with a strawberry berry note in. Very, very similar vibe. I think perhaps YSL Mon Paris is a little bit more fruitier, whereas Miss Dior Rose and Rose Absolutely Blooming is a little bit more rosy, as the Miss Dior range is, but they're broadly kind of similar. The same kind of person would like these. I think YSL Mon Paris is better for lasting than Absolutely Blooming. It's stronger, but it really does last well. I love this, and it's definitely cheaper. It's about 75% of the price of Miss Dior, but definitely want to try it if you're a Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming fan, or if you're a Miss Dior Eau de Parfum fan as well. And then lastly, I want to mention the Parfum de Marly Delina fragrance. I'm doing a separate video on alternatives to this. I'll leave that link down below, but I'll briefly mention it here. This is a super popular niche perfume at the moment. It's really quite heavy, strong rose fragrance with lychee in, and the two notes really dominate. You get this really strong rose but really strong lychee as well, and I think it's unique because lychee has this sharp, almost sour vibe to it, which makes this perfume stand out and different to the usual rose fragrances. It's also very strong, but very expensive. I think the Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl, which is the new one from the range in the red bottle. I don't think this is out in the United States yet. I don't know why. It's been out here for months now, but when it is out, I will leave the link down below. This again is that rosy smell with the lychee. This is a bit more fruity than the Delina and less rosy. It also has some sort of berry fruity notes in it, but it's broadly similar, and I do think if you like one, you'd like the other, but this is like half the price of Delina. Cool, so I hope that that video lived up to what you guys wanted. I hope that was helpful, interesting, and maybe you discovered a new perfume there. Let me know if you want me to do another one of these videos. Perhaps leave in the comments like which perfumes you'd want to know have similar options to them. Let me know, and then I can put together a list for another video. So get involved in the comments. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.